Sorry? No, this is both. We picked for both. I think there are a couple of issues which I'll let you know with regards to fitness. For that, we might have another player playing in the 3 ODIs. Otherwise, it's the same 15. Shubman Gill, vice captain. Virat Kohli. Sheryes Iyer. Rahul. Hardik Pandya. Akshar Patel, Washington Sundar, Kuldeep Yadav, Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad, Shami, Arshdeep Singh, YASHVI, JAISWAL, RISHABH PANT, and Ravindra Jadeja. We obviously with Bumrah, we are waiting to hear about his fitness and when he's likely to be available. So Harshit Rana will be part of the one-day squad against England right now, because at the moment I don't think he's likely to be fit for the first couple of games, at least from what we gather. And we'll probably hear more over the next week or so about his fitness. Can you throw some light on Bumrah? What actually is swelling in his, when you're expecting him to be completely match fit, or what was? I would have been nicer if bcci had, because I might say the wrong thing here. No, I know he was asked to offload for 5 weeks of bowling, which is early first week February if I'm not wrong. And we'll probably find out a bit more around that time, what exactly, and with regards to what his medical condition is. I'm sure BCCI might just put something out from the physio itself. It's better it come from the medical department than me trying to explain what exactly is wrong with him. But that's the time frame that we've been told.
Form. Was that discussed? He's been in tremendous form in but perhaps unlikely to miss out.
Yeah, tough. I mean, those are really special performances. I mean, someone who averages 700 plus, 750 plus or something. We did have a chat, no doubt about it. When those kind of performances happen, at the moment to find spot in this team is very difficult. I mean, you look at the guys who've been picked, all average well in excess of mid 40s. Yeah. So unfortunately, you can't fit everyone in. It's a squad of 15. But those performances certainly make you take notice, and if there is tomorrow loss of form or injuries, there'll certainly be a conversation around him.
Spoken about beat the championship, how you are basing the way forward, with in terms of Rohit, Virat.
Sorry,
in terms of Rohit, Virat, the seniors, and we have been hearing about transition phase as a chairperson committee. How do you approach things going forward?
What is today is the 18th. It's a month away for Champions Trophy. These guys have been exceptional performers in one-day cricket. We haven't had one-day cricket 3 games in Sri Lanka and a little bit in South Africa early in the year. Unfortunately, we haven't had too much one-day cricket this year. We'll see. Once the Champions Trophy is done, we've got a bit more time to sit and assess where everyone is at. Not just 1 or 2 players, but where we go forward. But at the moment, the focus is on one-day cricket and Champions Trophy. And these guys, we reached the World Cup final that we played last one. So, no, I mean, we know what the quality that these guys bring and the experience that these guys bring. So, at the moment, with regards to any player in the team, the focus is completely Champions Trophy.
There was a time where players took pride in playing domestic cricket, Ranji Trophy, whenever they were available and were free of injury concerns. Now it has come to a stage where the BCCI has to issue a diktat to make them play in the domestic cricket. Why is it so? Is it because the players have taken their places for granted, or can you throw more light on this particular and which you can captain yours?
I mean, digressing from the Champions Trophy a little bit, but look, I don't think it's a diktat. I think everyone should when available. Sometimes, to be fair to a lot of the players, it's difficult if you're playing all 3 formats. You don't get as much time. But there's no doubt. I mean, you'll probably find most of the guys playing this round of Ranji Trophy. There's been a little bit of time people to play. I don't think it's a diktat. It's one of the things that BCCI has obviously put forward. But like I said, I mean, as selectors, we expect people when they're available to play, because that can only strengthen our domestic structure, not just for their form or their fitness and playing cricket, but it can only strengthen our domestic structure. So when the time permits, we expect everyone to play.
So last 6-7 years, there have been, if you go back and watch our calendar, there hasn't been a time where we were sitting at home for 45 days and there is cricket going on. You do get that time when you finish IPL, and if there is nothing happening right after that. But if you see our domestic season, it starts in October, maybe September, and it gets over by March, February, March, and that is the time India plays a lot of cricket as well. So guys who are not playing certain formats and have time, and then there is domestic cricket happening, then they will play. But the last 6-7 years, I can at least tell about what has happened with me since I have started playing Test cricket regularly, which is from 2019. You hardly have any time. And then when you play so much cricket, international cricket through the year, you need some time off as well as a cricketer, just to refresh, get your mind right, just to be ready for the season, upcoming season. But we have addressed it now, and nobody takes it for granted or anything like that. It is just based on looking at how one has gone through the season, how much rest he needs, and based on all of that we decide what is going to happen with certain players. And then obviously now it's been made mandatory that if there is time, you have to play domestic cricket.
Rohit, we saw when the T20 World Cup team was selected, you had said that you will let us know why you picked 4 spinners for the T20 team. I see that there are 4 spinners being picked here as well for this Champions Trophy squad. Is it reflective of the kind of conditions you are expecting there, or is it a formula that you're comfortable in might want to get? But that don't have T20 this over yet. As a captain, you're more comfortable with this sort of push.
It just gives us a little bit of depth as well when you have those all-rounders, spinning all-rounders. Unfortunately, we don't have too many of them as seeming all-rounders, but you want to take your batting as deep as possible, along with some quality bowling as well. So these guys who we have picked, Washi, Jadeja and Aksar, they are proper all-rounders. They can bat, they can bowl, and they are not there to fill a role of a bowler or fill a role of a batter. They have performed in the situation where